Howdy, what's up? So today I'm going to buck up these last 3 trees. So on this job I have to hand buck, obviously. Too small for a loader, about 4 loads I think. But it doesn't change the fact that bucking up by hand sucks. So what's some of the good things about bucking trees up by hand is you're more up close and personal with your finished product, so you can see, you're able to identify defect and crook, and you're getting a better look at it. You can get pretty good on a loader too, you know what I'm saying, but there's no substitute for being right next to it. So I know when I cut this, that damn logs are gonna roll right out in the middle of the road. So what I like to do is get them up on the pile. This is real sandy soil, you see it? A lot of rock, so lots of chain sharpening, but I like to get them up a little bit so you're not bending down and in the dirt. And we measure them out. Sometimes I'll measure and cut at the same time. Other times I will measure and then cut. See, like right here, I have the ability to actually see where the defect starts. So I got 19 to here, so that's where my defect is. So I put a mark at 19, and I put another mark at 10'6". And the rest of that's just blocking. Pallet grade. With a loader, I'd have maybe cut that first one an 8, so I knew I would get another 8 or maybe a 10. But then it might have messed with the grade a little bit. You know what I mean? This log might be scaled as a lesser log. This is nice black oak, 12'6". We'll go 12, 10, 22 plus the increments of 6, which is 23. And then we go another 10, 33'6". Right there. Oh, there. Right into that Y. Can you hear me? I'm sorry, I don't have a helmet to do the helmet cam. I apologize. So we're going to cut it there. Try to whack an 8 out of this. Blocking. Oh yeah. 2'6" for blocking. One thing you have to be very careful when cutting up on a pile, because logs will roll and it's a good way to get messed up if you're not careful. You gotta be careful. So I used to do this for quite a few years before I got into the buck saw. 10'6". Got some sweep in this one, so let's go 19. This is kind of a bumpy log. Let's make it a tie log, which is 9 foot. 28. 28. Tie log. Probably get another tie log out of that. My tape doesn't go very good past like 34 foot. So that's why I roll it down low. Foot. So if you'd be so kind to wait a second, I'm going to grab a saw. I want to show you something before I start cutting these. Okay, so when you're bucking logs, let's go up here to a dirty one. I want to show you what I mean. So you got a dirty log here, right here. I'm gonna turn the screen on. So say I wanted to cut this with said saw. Now, your chain's spinning this way, pulling towards you. You want to try to always keep your dirt, the dirty part of the log, if you can't always, on the outstroke of the chain. So if the chain's pulling from back here where it's clean, through the log and pulling out through the dirt, it'll help keep it sharp a lot longer. It will still dull. Like I said, this is real sandy soil, and it goes for the same. So say I got dirt there, I'd plunge in like this, and I'd work up through the log and come out through it, blowing that dirt out on the outstroke. Now you can't always do that because of your tension and compression. You want to pinch your saw. Tension and compression, you know, is the log up in the air, bowed, wants to lay flat when you cut it, or is it up in the air like this and wants to fall off when you cut it? Yeah, it's a lot to think about, and it sucks, quite frankly. That's why I like the loader, where you just yank them up, you plow through them, and plus it saves your body. You don't get as wore out. I feel twice as wore out today as I would with the loader. So I'm gonna cut these up. I'm gonna put you back because these logs are gonna roll. And then I'm probably gonna have to get back in the dozer, shove them back up. Hopefully a truck shows up tonight. The pile is getting full. I typically start at the butts or the safest area. This thing's gonna roll no matter what I do. So here we go. This is an old saw with a bad chain. What the hell? Heck. All right, I got it out. I just had to swear a little more. We can't do that on camera. No. Okay. Back to it. Get this done, because I'm hungry. Go home. man, I tell you what. This is ridiculous. All right, so you see how I was struggling there. I kept pinching the saw and kept just getting overly frustrated. That's a sign that you're getting wore the heck out. You're getting tired. Nature's way of saying, stop, dude, go home. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Shut her down. When you're pushing through like that, when you're exhausted and tired, that's when accidents happen. That's when I broke my leg or my ankle. Oh, that's quite a few years ago now. 5-6 years ago. Same thing, end of the day, pushing through, one more tree, just one more tree. Like that. Out of commish for 8 weeks. So, I don't think that's bad for one dude in one day, working all by himself. And I didn't get started till 11 o'clock because we moved the dozer this morning. Took some time to get her loaded up and over here and survey the situation. So that's the tips for the day. You had the hand buckle. Be careful when you get tired. Stop, go home, hang out with your wife, your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. Eat some food, be happy, and enjoy life because you only got one, man. All right, thanks for watching.